When I was a little wee boy, I used to crush a 20-piece Chicken McNugget, and I am telling you, I don't know how I did it. I was a little boy, but I was able to crush the nugget. One of my favorite things. So here comes my best attempt at the fast food clone. So you can just buy ground chicken. Go ahead and just buy it if you want, but sometimes it's hard to find. I couldn't find it at the store, so I took my food processor and I took, about a pound of chicken breast, some salt, and 1 egg, and then I just blended the crap out of it. If you do not have a meat grinder and you want to grind your own meat, this is a great way to start. Just take the food processor, just give it a blend, just blend the crap out of it. The egg will help bind everything, and you'll end up with ground chicken. It's almost like a chicken paste, and they use a lot of Asian cooking, they use a lot of paste like pork, chicken, things like that for dumplings. So this is a great thing to use, but you need to get your hands wet or your hands will be stuck with chicken everywhere. So get them really wet. And this is a cool trick for any kind of meatballs. They will not stick whatsoever. Look, my hands are nice and wet. And then I took a mixture of half cornstarch or corn flour, same thing, and flour, and just that with a little bit of salt in there, and then I kind of throw my little nugget. You can form whatever shapes. You can try to form the different shapes. I didn't really care that much. Mine were actually a little bit big, but still taste delicious. And then I freeze them for about an hour or two until they're solid. Once they're solid, then they're so much easier to work with. Now we're going to make the batter. So these are like a battered chicken nugget, not just your standard breading. So I take one egg, I beat the egg up, and I add some mustard. Yellow mustard, I know it seems a little bit weird, but it just does something with the color and the flavor. It just tends to work. And take more of that half flour, half cornstarch mixture, and just add about a cup and a half into there and start mixing it around. Because we're making this batter, you don't need it to be exactly perfect, but you add in about a half cup of water, and then you mix, and you're just looking for a nice, really almost like pancake, but really thin pancake. And you want it to be thin. The flour's gonna hold everything together. You just want a light coating. But when you think about a nugget, when you're eating the McDonald's Chicken McNuggets and you bite into it, like you can notice there's this nice separation between where the batter has fried and the nugget. And that just kind of is cool. So I put the batter into a little bowl, and then one by one, my frozen nuggets that are so easy to handle, I dip them in, I shake up the excess batter, and then I take oil. I took vegetable oil, and got it to 350, really just like medium until it gets nice and hot. And you can test one, you can drop a little bit of the batter, and if it starts to look all bubbly and beautiful, that's great. But all you need is like half an inch of oil and a little pan. You don't need all kinds of crazy deep frying experience machines and tons of oil and thermometers. You just add a little bit of oil to a pan. You'll be able to control the heat so well. And then I just cook it on both sides so it gets a little bit golden. Look how beautiful these things are looking. Put it on a paper towel, but we are not done yet. We're gonna freeze them one more time. So freeze them just until they get like nice and cold in the freezer, an hour or two. You could skip this step, but I just find it helps with the extra super duper crispiness. And then I go ahead and I fry those frickin' things again because they are so frickin' good. Oh my God, just wait. So you fry them again, both sides. Give them a little bath in that oil. They're feeling good. They're feeling fine. They're feeling sexy. They're so alive. Then you take them off, and you put a little salt on there and paper towels. Just kind of dry the oil off a little bit. And I know they're a little bit darker than McDonald's, but I have to say McDonald's must have some weird chemical they put in all their food that when they fry it, it doesn't get that dark. You think about it. Things never get that dark, like the fries and the nuggets. But these still tasted so good. It's all about having the ground chicken and having that batter on there that makes it taste so good. I can't say it looks, again, exactly like it, but the flavor reminded me just of McDonald's. I was freaking out. It was increíble. Give it a try.